Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to one of our unbelievable moment. That unbelievable moment that we will start our new academic year, one of our new addition. He is not just an addition, he will be one of the assets in our school, and we count on him. Let's introduce Mr. Islam Gabr. Mr. Islam Gabr, inshallah, is going to be our Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 3 head from primary and lower secondary stages. First of all, who is Mr. Islam Gabr?
Thank you, Dr. Walid. Thanks for having me. Islam Gabr, management graduate, BGC graduate, and a student of a master degree right now. I haven't been around the educational field a long time ago, since I was in Australia. I had like a lot of training in Australia and went to America, studied a little bit in America too. I want to just put my input on your education. Education is not just learning facts or a bunch of facts. Education is about teaching your kids how to learn their brain.
Yes. And according to what we are just hearing right now, you have diversity of backgrounds from Egypt to Australia to USA. So you have the diversity of experience in the field of education. Can you briefly describe the difference among these three experiences you faced?
Absolutely. Australia is a little restricted schools. They got different system. It's different from American and British. And American school got that American diploma thing. Everybody knows about American diploma. It's about SAT, ACT at the end of the external assessment.
Yeah.
But IG is a solid, very, very solid system. We need to get all the benefits from it. And that's why we're here.
Oh, we are happy having you with us this year, really.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Tell me, if we go for the diversity of the education, as you just mentioned right now, among Australians, Americans, and even here in Egypt, and the implementation. Do you believe that we already here in Egypt really implement what we call it international education, or we still at the beginning or at the initial steps in this road?
I have an opinion about this because as a fellow Egyptian, we have English as a foreign language, and we have the curricula for ESL language and for native speakers as well. That's what we're trying to implement. We have to evaluate our teachers first, and then give them the training required to be in rank 1 or 2 teachers, to be able to adapt to the ESL and native speaker curriculum as well.
I see. Tell me from your perspective, because we heard here in Egypt, majority of the students are talking about what's called English first language, English second language. The American, they have English much better than the British. If you go for the American schools, you get higher level of understanding and learning the English skills. While if you go for the British, you will go for the conservative and low ranking in the English if you go just for English second language. Tell me more about the first language, the second English first language or English second language, and which would be the best benefit for our students if we are talking precisely about students in Delta College International School with diversity of backgrounds, because this is a new school. That's this inshallah will be the 3rd year for our school.
Absolutely.
So tell me, which would be the best benefit for our students for this academic year?
Diagnostic all the time. We need to address where we are. What are we going to do? What are we aiming for? Set goals, and we need to sew our curriculum up to the students. It's not standard for anything. Foreign language, it's not about English at all. I mean, we don't speak English on a daily basis in Egypt, in the streets, bus stations, train station, or whatever. Second language, they study everything in English at the school, like India, for example. First language was America. People don't need any speaking, listening. They already know how to speak. They already know how to understand things. They will get to the reading skills more and more, and a little bit of grammar here and there. Okay. That's the difference between foreign language, second language, and first language.
Okay. As you know, majority of the parents just focus on the exams because majority of the parents are exam oriented. So they just seek the results before the knowledge. What would you say for those parents, and what do we expect this year from Delta College International School with our students, inshallah, for the English department, specifically in the English department and in general for the whole school?
Albert Einstein. Education is not about learning a bunch of facts and put it in the exam to get a good grades. Education about teaching the kids to use their mind, to use their brain, to develop, to reflect. Experience is not about we learning from experience, it's about we learn from the reflection of their experience. That's David Bode, according to David Bode.
Oh, excellent. So from your perspective now, we can say that implementation will be not just what we had before. The implementation is not we just go for knowledge to get the results at the end of the exam, but the practices will be a little bit different, and you count on your team this year, inshallah, to have another unique service and quality of education for your students, right?
Absolutely. We need to aim high, seeking perfection. That's our goal this year in Delta family, inshallah.
Tell me from your perspective right now, what would you add to the family of Delta College International School?
Management-wise, inshallah, we will need to follow the hierarchy. We need to assign and create more mentors. We need to put all the problems on the table, address them, find solution. Academically as well, we need to be aware and develop our staff as a process of sustainable development plan. Inshallah, we will aim high and we'll seek a perfection.
Tell me, what would you promise our parents for this academic year?
Inshallah, we need to put all their concern on the table, address them one by one and eliminate them all, inshallah.
From your point of view, now we have a lot of parents, they still know nothing about the British system. And they believe that the British system, okay, is just to memorize facts and to recall rules, and that's it. Okay? What would you say for them for this year, okay, in order to maintain, let's say, the standards, the British standards, which are the real British standards, okay, and to change their mindset? What would you say for those parents who believe that just you need to focus on the core subjects only and you don't go and dig deeper for the other dimensions of their kids?
As you said, Dr. Walid, it's not about a bunch of facts to put it into the student's mind.
Okay.
It's about learning how to use their mind. For us, this is our vision. This is our mission, inshallah. It's a good challenge for us all. Okay. We need to work together as a family, and inshallah, bi'Iznillah, we'll try to achieve it.
What did you see when you were outside of Egypt, okay, and you tried to implement it before, but you couldn't implement?
Outside of Egypt or here in Egypt?
Outside of Egypt.
Okay, outside of Egypt, I tried to learn as much as I can to come back, because I think we have a lot of good, beautiful minds here. We just need to follow what we learn. That's all. Not about the mindset, Egyptian mindset or the American mindset. We have a beautiful mindset. We just need to put it and be applicable to implement what we learn throughout the years from our education.
So you didn't figure out a specific area or point that you need to create it, to implement it, to, let's say, embrace it here in our school, that fact or whatever you already would like to address it here to our school, and you believe this is one of the missing parts in the education here in Egypt, specifically in the international section.
Okay, students here don't know anything about money, how to use it, how to think about money, how to think about what after I finish school, what should I do? So we need to like support this part of the education that what after school, after you learn language, after you learn how to speak, how to listen, how to write, how to read. What about the life skills that we need to implement to get ready for the after school thing? This is our main focus, inshallah, bismillah.
From our meeting today, I can figure out one specific point, and correct me if I'm wrong. You are promising our parents that this year will be a unique year, right?
Inshallah.
And you are promising the parents that we will put our hands on the weak points that they already aware of, and we already aware of these weak points, and we will focus on these weak areas in order to improve the outcomes of our students, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and the last thing, I believe you just mentioned that the education is not just the matter of materials. Okay, it's the matter of how to handle these materials, how to tackle the education as a journey, not only as just a matter of mid-life interval to finish the tasks and that's it, and you had enough. As long as you got your grades, you need it to be grasped as long as you are in this journey, right?
Yes, that's absolutely right, because it's not about the facts. You can forget the facts, but you need to reflect on your experience during classroom, during experiences that you've been through. That's the main goal for us. Learn from our reflection.
On behalf of our family here in Delta College International School, we are very happy and delighted that we have you in our team this year. Inshallah, we wish you the best in this school, inshallah. And we, till the end of this episode today, I would like to extend my gratitude for having Mr. Islam with us today in this podcast. Thank you so much, Mr. Islam.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Walid. Thank you for having me as a part of the Delta family. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.